My dad was that type of person that he was a hostile drinker. So he would go out and drink. And he was a pastor. Mom was a seamstress, and plus she used to clean daycares to help make ends meet for us. So my brother started getting sick, and we had no idea what was going on, why he got sick, and he was just getting sicker and sicker and sicker. And after he got sick, he actually died. He went in the hospital and he died. And so we finally told my mom that I took a tick out of his head. And when they examined him, it was a Rocky Mountain fever tick. And I remember my mom and my aunt saying to me, "You should have got the head out of his head. Why did you leave it in his head?" And from that point, as a little girl, I thought I was the fault of his death. So I never would get close to anyone whatsoever, because I always thought that if I got close to somebody, I would damage them and then they would die. I always felt rejected. And then my babysitter, she was a female, began to molest me. And her brother, I remember them taking me in the room and they would molest me, and I was scared to tell my mom. And I just became a very angry person, hating people, didn't like people, didn't like female, didn't care what color they were. I hated them. I hated them. I didn't trust men. I didn't trust women. I just hated people. I didn't like people whatsoever. And that's just the type of person I was. Even though you would see me, you would see beauty, but on the inside of me, I was hurting. I started a franchise, an ERA franchise. My husband and I put over $100,000 into this company to get this company going and up, you know. And back then I made a lot of money. I did what people told me to do. I made a lot of money. Had no idea, had no skills on how to run a business. I just had passion and a heart, and I wanted to be a multimillionaire. I didn't have any money because when the market crashed, I was not making any sales. I had brought a franchise. I had a lot of expenses. My expenses were here. At one time, my money was there. My expenses was equal to the same of my money, what I was making. So I was spending every dime I had just to run a business. So when the market crashed, my expenses stayed, and I had no money. I had $0. And then that's when I met Nikkei, and Nikkei told me about Dani. So he said, okay, go to DaniJohnson.com, go to her website, and when you go to her website, just listen to what she has to say and spend time on the website. I did, because at the time I was thinking about committing suicide. My marriage was just horrible. My husband and I, we had no communication. I had actually had an affair, okay? And I was done. I was just like, well, what the heck? I don't care. I don't care about life. My son was on drugs. I was just frustrated, and I'm still trying to figure out what in the world is happening in the business. I called one of my girlfriends and I asked her, I said, listen, you know, it was a time that you and I made some money together. And I said, I truly believe if I can just go to this 2-day live event, her name is Dani Johnson, that I think my life would change from that point. I made a commitment that I would go to Dani Johnson, and I'm so glad that I made a commitment to stay coming to First Step. Because the first time going to First Step, I took the one strategy that Dani taught, what she told me to do, and how to communicate with people. And I took that last thing that I had, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna at least try one little thing that she taught me, because everything else I didn't hear. I went back home. I sold 4 homes in 4 days with just that little bit that she taught me. Coming to First Step to me has really impacted my life. It has changed my life. My husband and I, all we knew, we made a lot of money, but all we knew was to spend every dime of it, okay? We was drowning in $1 million of debt. And we thought that that's what you were supposed to do, is stay in it until the day you die. Because my husband used to say, well, you got to pay your bills. But we thought that's what life was all about. You make money, you spend money. You make money, and we made tons of money, okay? So coming to First Step, what it taught me on how to make money, how to save money, and the biggest thing is how to get out of debt. I have so much respect for her, and I think she is one of the most influencing lady in the world, that she has touched, she has changed people's lives, and she has created results. God have used her to help create results in other people's lives. And I'm one of those people. So coming the first step to success is not just only, you're gonna get business strategy, but it's so much bigger than that. Your whole life would change. Your family life would change. My husband and I, oh my God, we have restored our marriage. Not only that, my kids and I, we communicate. We're talking on the phone and being very sensible about it. And I'm telling you, I'm having so much fun. My heart is just so open to everybody now. And even though people still have issues and people still hurt people, even though when hurt and pain does come, it doesn't come into my life anymore. My life has been so changed that I'm like, oh my God, I am not the same person that I used to be. And it's because for being committed and coming to first step. Because first step is not the same each time. It is customized, and it gives you everything that you need when you come to first step, what you need to hear at that time. And so come, stick with it, and let your life be inspired and impact and change, and you will have results.